My first thought is, what the hell are Source Music and HYBE doing?
I'm saying I don't wanna come down from your love. We'll get lost together, let me find. Don't ever let me come down from your love. From your love, from your love.
Hey guys, it's Briczennie here. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. In today's video, I'm going to discuss the controversy surrounding lesserafim's GARAM and give my honest opinion on the situation, including the scandal's impact on lesserafim and her future with the group, HYBE and Source Music's stance on the issue, and the shocking statements made by in her law firm. I'm also going to give you a very condensed, summarized timeline of everything we know so far about the case, just in case you missed anything. But before we get into it, if you like content like this, if you like K-pop commentary, make sure to like and subscribe for more. I would also encourage you to join my server. It's a great place to talk about K-pop, whether it's music or controversial topics like these. It's definitely a fun, safe space, so I would encourage you to join. The link will be in the pinned comment. So if you've even been casually following Source Music's new girl group LESSERAFIM, I'm sure you've heard some of the allegations surrounding GARAM. In April, before the new girl group debuted, rumors began to surface online surrounding the 16-year-old idol after she was announced to be the 5th member of LESSERAFIM. Anonymous K netizens on online forums claimed to have went to school with GARAM and uploaded alleged pictures of her portraying her as a delinquent who smoked, frequently made inappropriate sexual jokes and comments, and even her classmates. One netizen claimed to have graduated from the same middle school as GARAM and said that GARAM would message her juniors on Facebook and basically curse at them if they didn't greet her properly. This same person also added that GARAM would drink and smoke. Another person who claimed to be GARAM's middle school classmate stated, "She really did all sorts of things then. Light was a given, and she would hurl curse words at you if you passed by." There were a bunch of anonymous users on both sides, many who accused her of being in middle school, and there were also some accounts who defended her. But HYBE and Source Music quickly responded, denying the allegations and stating that in fact it was GARAM who was a victim of by her classmates. But despite their statements, the allegations and critical comments surrounding the idol continue to pour in, even after their debut, with many K netizens and international fans alike stating that she should simply leave the group to save the girl group any further damage and embarrassment. And of course, there were still the fans that were standing up for GARAM, saying that she was innocent and that this was just a case of K-nets trying to discredit a new idol due to jealousy. At the time that all of this information came out concerning LESSERAFIM and GARAM, I honestly considered it to be a common occurrence of slanderous rumors meant to harm a group before they debut, so I decided to just wait and see how it all blew over. But recently, even more information was released online, and to be honest, it really threw me for a loop because I really tried to be neutral with situations like these until more information comes out. So on May 16th, an alleged official record from a school violence committee meeting surfaced online. This document is dated 2018 and it's titled Notice of School Violence Committee Results. This document lists GARAM from Year 1 Class 3 as the perpetrator in an incident of bullying. The document reads, "We are informing you of the action that we will be taking in accordance with Articles 16 and 17 of the Act on the Prevention of and Countermeasures Against Violence in Schools." And just to give you some clarification of what Article 16 and Article 17 are, Article 16 of the Act on the Prevention of and Countermeasures Against Violence in Schools deals with the protection of students. The law states that if a school violence committee deems it necessary, it may request that the school take measures such as providing temporary protection, treatment, psychological counseling, a change of class, and or any other measures that are deemed necessary to protect the victim. Article 17 of the law deals with countermeasures against aggressor students, which would be the perpetrator or GARAM in this case, stating that the school violence committee will request that the school take one or more of the following measures against a perpetrator of school violence in order to give a written apology, a restraining order prohibiting contact with the victim, service to the school, service to society, a special education course or psychological treatment, suspension, a change of class, transfer to another school, or expulsion. On the same day that the alleged document began to spread online, an anonymous netizen shared an image of a girl alleged to be GARAM wearing a t-shirt with the number 3. The netizen stated, "It's true that GARAM was Year 1 Class 3 at Kyongin Middle School. This is a photo from a Kyongin Middle School retreat." After the document was released, Source Music quickly responded in a statement saying, "Nothing has changed from our earlier statement. We have started to take legal action, and the details will be revealed through the legal process. Source Music also alluded to the first statement when they denied the allegations against GARAM initially, when the allegations broke back in April. The recent accusation revolves around instances during the beginning of her middle school days when she was just getting to know her classmates, and such instances were edited with malicious intent to slander her. Unlike the rumors, the said member was a victim of various malicious rumors and cyber during her middle school days, according to a third party. So you can see in this statement, they are basically saying that Kim GARAM was the actual victim of cyberbullying and malicious rumors. So Korean newspaper Money Today actually contacted Kim GARAM's former middle school to ask about the alleged evidence, the document that was posted online, and the school replied, "We cannot give a response." This wasn't surprising for me at all, since HYBE and Source Music are actively taking legal action, and the school probably doesn't want to say anything because they don't want the agencies to come after them next. So like I touched on before, the very initial allegations didn't faze me too much, especially some of the pictures that were allegedly Kim GARAM that were posted online, because it wasn't really clear if these images were in fact Kim GARAM, specifically the images of her smoking, and I also wasn't concerned about the accuser saying that she made inappropriate comments about or just vulgar, inappropriate jokes, because I know that at that age, a lot of kids do that because they think it's cool and they think that that's like the cool, edgy adult thing to do. Even though it's not appropriate, it's very common. So to me, that wasn't enough to say that she shouldn't be an idol or she shouldn't be in the group. The screenshot showing her allegedly verbally her classmates via messages for not picking up the phone was the only thing that caught my attention, because if these images are real, this is showing that although she was young at the time and she's still young now, that kind of shows that she does mistreat people, and no matter what age you are, obviously cursing at your classmates via text is not okay. The school committee document, however, made the situation extremely serious for me, in my opinion, because if it was confirmed to be a valid document, this would mean that there's an official record of Kim GARAM mistreating another student, which would lend credibility to the previous allegations. However, with all the information released until this point, and without confirmation if the document was legitimate or not, I was personally still pretty neutral and wasn't really completely swaying to one side or the other. But my perception changed when the law firm representing Person A made a statement, and HYBE quickly responded. According to the law firm, Person A stated, "I was transferred to another school due to school violence from Kim GARAM and friends, but due to false rumors that I was forced to transfer due to my own fault, I ended up trying to make an extreme choice because of the second offense." So this statement here is saying that Person A had to transfer schools due to the school violence perpetrated against her by Kim GARAM and her friends. This is in accordance with the Article 16 that I mentioned earlier. She transferred schools to it, but because after she transferred, people were saying that she transferred schools because of her fault, not because of the fact that she tried to make an extreme choice, and this extreme choice she's referring to suicide. The law firm also confirmed that the document from the school committee that was published online documenting an incident that occurred in 2018 was in fact true, but it was not Person A who leaked the information. Although a third party and not Person A published that document online, Person A was still blamed for it and received a lot of hate messages from netizens, and I'm sure probably also at her school, accusing her of being jealous of Kim GARAM and exposing her. So the brunt of all of this ultimately led to Person A dropping out of school because she could not deal with the mental stress of it all. The law firm also urged HYBE and Source Music to release a new statement with the truth, apologizing instead of going on like nothing occurred and allowing Kim GARAM to continue to promote. In addition, the law firm added, "In order to protect minor victims, this law firm will disclose the full text of the results of the Autonomous Committee for Countermeasures Against School, including an outline of the case. We are also considering releasing the full text of the message containing the victim's detailed statement and profanity to summon the victim to the scene of gang." As you can imagine, HYBE and Source Music responded quickly with a joint statement. In summary, HYBE disparaged the law firm for releasing a one-sided account of the story to the media since minors are involved. They claimed that the law firm's summary of what occurred between GARAM and the victim is one-sided and that they are in the process of compiling their side of the story. HYBE also clarified that they're still in the process of taking legal action against those who spread rumors about Kim GARAM online. And I would also like to note that this is a separate issue, a separate case from Person A's case, as she is not the person that published the information online. HYBE ended their response stating, "However, the details in the 2018 case are only being communicated through one point of view, so we'll clarify and release our position as soon as our review of the law firm's claims is done." So to summarize, netizens released rumors concerning GARAM being a when she was announced as the 5th member of LesserafIm. HYBE and Source Music denied the rumors, took legal action against the accusers, which were minors, and continued to allow LesserafIm to debut and promote. However, the buzz surrounding the issue didn't die down, and once the school committee document was released online, Person A was accused of being the perpetrator. They received tons of hate, and they were forced to hire a law firm to represent them. Person A claimed that they had to transfer schools due to Kim GARAM and her friends, and even attempted to take their own life due to the backlash they received from the incident. Instead of outright denying the claims, HYBE responded, claiming that the law firm's account of what occurred is one-sided and that they will review the law firm's claims and release their statement as soon as possible. So when I look back at all the information we have so far about Kim GARAM, my first thought is, what the hell are Source Music and HYBE doing? Is it possible that they just didn't check Kim GARAM's background thoroughly before recruiting her as a trainee, or did they know all of this information all along, and did they just assume that her past wouldn't end up blowing up in their faces like this? In addition, once the allegations began to surface online, why didn't they just put Kim GARAM on hiatus or even postpone LesserafIm's debut until everything was investigated and settled? Claiming that the allegations are outright false and taking legal action without putting GARAM on hiatus was a pretty dumb move on their part, to be honest, because look what's happening now. At this point in K-pop, we know that the protocol when allegations like these occur is to have the idol apologize whether they're guilty or not, put them on hiatus, have the company investigate, pursue legal action, meet with the victim to settle the issue, and ultimately let the idol come back from hiatus or terminate their contract. So why wasn't this procedure followed? I think it's possibly due to the fact that HYBE didn't perceive that one of the would come forward to speak out against GARAM with legal representation, and they probably thought that they would only have to deal with accusers and could silence them with defamation lawsuits. But I think that was a pretty bold assumption on their part. Having GARAM apologize and taking her out of the public eye by putting her on hiatus while things are sorted out would have been the best thing for her image, HYBE's image, and LesserafIm's image. But to be honest, even if they were to put GARAM on hiatus now, I think the court of public opinion has already made its decision and the damage is done. I'll be waiting to see how this case turns out, but I honestly don't think that Kim GARAM can come back from this. And I also wonder about the future of LesserafIm. At this point, the scandal has pretty much overshadowed the rookie girl group's talent in music, the details of the case even making it to major South Korean news outlets. It's beyond K-pop now. I would also like to add that Person A's law firm has threatened to release text messages of GARAM verbally the victim to the public. If this occurs, I can only imagine that things would be even worse for GARAM. I don't think that's a threat that they would make unless the contents of the text message were serious enough to show the true nature of GARAM's character and exactly how she was treating her classmate. And at this point, we only know Person A's story. What if more victims step forward with legal representation and confront HYBE? The fact that this case involves 2 minors is probably the saddest part. On the one hand, Person A dealt with mental stress to the point that she tried to take her own life and had to drop out of school. Bullying causes trauma that follows victims after it occurs, sometimes even into their adulthood, and I can only imagine what Person A has endured. On the other hand, GARAM is a minor who seems to have at least one of her classmates, and instead of urging her to take ownership and apologize, HYBE and Source Music protected her and allowed her to continue living her idol life, even painting her as the instead. We don't even know how GARAM feels about what occurred, if she's remorseful or not, because HYBE hasn't allowed her to speak on the issue. I'm still willing to be open-minded and await HYBE's side of the story, but to be honest, things are not looking too good for GARAM right now, and I think her career might be over. In short, I think GARAM's situation is a perfect example of how horrible some K-pop companies handle serious allegations like these. I think this is a case of HYBE and Source Music investing so much in LesserafIm, from the girls' debut to their webtoon series and to all of the other pre-planned activities that they undoubtedly had in store for the group, and not wanting to give up any of that money they invested by letting a member go. However, based Based on the media and what K-pop consumers are saying, I think it's clear that letting GARAM go or even putting her on a hiatus when the allegations initially began to pick up would have been the best move for GARAM and Lesserafim. So what do you think about the Kim GARAM situation? Do you believe person A? Do you think Kim GARAM should be put on hiatus or even leave Lesserafim? Or are you staying neutral until HYBE tells their side? To be honest, like I mentioned before, I am willing to hear what HYBE has to say, especially since they claim that Kim GARAM was actually the but it seems like at this point, they're more concerned about protecting their artist and their wealth than addressing the serious issue at hand. So comment your thoughts below. I'd love to hear what you think about the situation. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video or found it informative, please make sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment. Like I mentioned before, feel free to join my server. The link will be in the pinned comment, and I'll see you in the next video.